And we've had two major sex scandals in this country this week. Schwarzenegger acknowledging Governor of California just out of office, acknowledging that before he was elected, he had a relationship with a woman living in his home. A housekeeper had a child by her. The child was a son born within a week of the time Maria Shriver herself gave birth.
This is, I suppose, shocking to many people. It may not be quite so shocking to people who were around in California at the time that Arnold Schwarzenegger emerged as a political figure as opposed to an entertainment figure and wanted to be governor of California in the midst of the recall of Gray Davis. Los Angeles Times published a story at the time that was a rather conclusive story about the behavior of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right on the eve of the election, they published it.
Right on the eve of the election, which to some degree undercut them because it made it look like it was a politically motivated attack. But there had also been a lot of other journalism leading up to this, and in today's environment with blogs and the internet being as dominant as it's become, I wonder if it wouldn't have been much more viral for weeks and months beforehand. But a lot of people knew that Arnold Schwarzenegger was, like some other people, and I think we can draw some analogies here in the next few minutes, possessed of a sense of entitlement that really knew no bounds. And I think we've seen now with what he's admitted to in terms of his own household, just how unbounded it was. So this was pretty thoroughly reported. At the time, Maria Shriver went very public and said, no, that's not my husband. You don't understand. He's being unjustly accused, and I stand by him, and he's just fine, and he's not some kind of monster. And that was highly effective. His poll numbers went up. He was elected governor of California, was reelected, served a couple of terms, not entirely effective. Now the Republicans in the state have largely disowned him, even before this incident, just over other issues. And so he had no political future anyway. It's hard to remember this, but in 2005, after he gave the best received speech at the 2004 Republican National Convention, people were saying, hey, couldn't we change the Constitution to make people born in foreign countries eligible to be president of the United States? And that was called the Schwarzenegger Amendment.
Susan.
It's hard. I mean, obviously, I also think not only with the IMF scandal, but also John Ensign, the senator from Nevada. In this very short period of time, we've just had this sort of trio of. I think it just goes to. It's sort of this common theme in not in Republican politics, but in politics in general. I think we see it almost every. There's this ebb and flow to it. I mean, I think John Edwards during the 2008 campaign. I mean, there's just this persistent behavior, and I think that the question is, why did they do it? It's because they could.
Entitlement sounds like the issue and the feeling thereof.